Hi, I'm Sam Brown, and you're watching Belch. A couple things today. Um, First, I wanted to say that things are still going great. I'm really over that initial craving stage for the most part. I mean, you're still going to have some minor urges or whatever, but overall, it's pretty good. I did want to talk about finding variety, as I often do. Um, and especially when it comes to fruit. Now, some diets, I'm not certain about the ketogenic diet, but I know Atkins, because they have a lot of sugars, I know tends to discourage eating fruit. Some of the diets like South Beach, have a list of acceptable fruit. Um, so, other than the ketogenic diet, I will say this though. Um, I'm not sure if you're familiar. We get small oranges. They call them cuties. They're probably a variety of, a fresh mandarin orange or something like that. Um, they're very small. What would I say? Probably 2.5 inches in diameter. Um, yeah, that sounds about right. 2.5 inches in diameter. They're very small. Now, they I keep them for the kids. The kids love them. They make a great snack in the afternoon or something. Um, Now for myself, I was struggling to find variety. Um, so I noticed the cuties, and out of curiosity, because they are so small, I just wanted to know, and I expected them to have 20 grams of carbohydrates, um, which, silly enough, I think is about where a full size orange would be, 20 to 30 or something like that. So common sense probably should have told me that it's less than that. Depending on where you look, if you go on the internet, depending on which site you go to, and there's things that's going to vary, sugar content, how ripe it is, things like that. But let me get to the point. The total carbs for a cutie is 10 grams. Fiber content is 2 grams, leaving the net carbs at 8 grams. So even during the induction phase of Atkins, where you might be limited to as little as 20 grams of carbohydrates, I think that's probably fairly safe. I mean, you could eat 2.5 of them in the day, and that's about the same as 3 servings of cut green beans. Definitely in the range of asparagus. Now, obviously, the portion's very small, but I think it would be very satisfying. I know for me it was. It was something different. It was something on the sweet side, which was nice. Now, there's some debate about fructose. There's a lot of stuff out there. Typically, it's held by most people that fructose has a lower impact on blood glucose. I guess because fructose is processed through the liver. Um, so, I guess if that's true, now there's also some speculation that fructose or high doses of fructose could be one of the main contributing factors to insulin resistance. Definitely not something I think anyone's in danger of by eating a small orange. So it was great. It was very nice. It was a nice change. It's something that anyone that's doing what I'm doing, the low carb diet, might want to consider adding in, especially vitamin C. Sometimes these nutrients, these vitamins and minerals, you have to actually work a little harder to get them into your diet. Now, leafy vegetables are full of vitamins and minerals. I'm not sure about the vitamin C content, but you know, vitamin C is definitely a vital nutrient for the body. So another word of advice, this is just something that over years I've learned, especially with like low carb diets, is stay away from the scale. Now that might seem counterintuitive when you're trying to lose weight, but the scale is not your friend. One, I'll say this, that most store-bought scales are very inaccurate. You could step on it 2 or 3 times and get 2 or 3 different weight readings. On top of that, unless you are going to be fanatical about how you approach scale readings, you're apt to discourage yourself. I will link a video. A gentleman who's a bodybuilder does a great video on explaining how much your weight can vary throughout the day. He does a little experiment with himself. So I'll put a link in the video, and you know, obviously go check that out because it's great information. But the essence of it, the long and the short, is that your weight can vary by several pounds throughout the day for different factors: water intake, food intake. You know, so that being said, if you say read it one day and you're at one of your high points for your weight, and then the next day you read it and you're at your low point, it's going to give you a false sense of weight loss. And conversely, if you read it when you're low one day and high the next day, it's actually going to probably look like you gained weight. You know, and that's discouraging. I would recommend to anyone, go by how your clothes fit. Don't go by what the scale says. You know, it's such an emotional journey when being on a diet, or you know, changing your lifestyle, however you choose to look at it. That, you know, why add insult to injury? So it's just something that I suggest that, you know, to stay away from. You know, over time, sure, you know, if you want it once a week or something, or once every couple weeks, once a month, you know, you want to hop on the scale, that's a long enough period of time that there'll be a noticeable difference in your weight, regardless of daily variations. You know, and that'll give you a better sense, but even that can be discouraging. 1 month, you know, you read it today and it's low. 2 weeks from now, you read it and you're at your high point for the day. It might only look like you've lost a pound or so in 2 weeks. Also very discouraging. But there is, if you do want to use a scale, you do want to accurately check your weight. The video that I'm going to link up, he has a method. He describes a method for doing that, and doing that as efficiently and as accurately as possible. So that's about it. I can't think of anything else. Let's see, what did we cover? We covered variety, we covered fruit, we covered the scale. I'd say that's about it. As always, I thank you, and feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and comment. All that I ask is that you be polite and respectful. None of us have all the answers, and have a good day. Thank you.